Software has become such a huge part of modern society and is quite literally what makes our digital world possible. It is in everything from cell phones to satellites. However, even though it is an extremely important part of society today, less than half of 1% of the global population know how to make it. That's why in this video, I want to give a quick explanation of what software is and how it's made. Software is just a list of instructions that tells the computer what to do and how to do it. These instructions are written using what we call computer code. Code is used to create all of the digital tools and applications that you use on your devices. These include websites, apps, Microsoft Office programs, video games, and more. But code is also used inside of things like self-driving cars, washing machines, and even traffic control lights. All of these things need to be given instructions to know how to do what they're supposed to be doing. Writing code gives you the power to create any kind of digital application that you can imagine and customize it with all of the features and capabilities that you want. Have you ever used an app or a website and thought of something that you wished it had or did differently? For example, I can't stand the fact that YouTube doesn't give us media player controls for YouTube Shorts on Android. You can't fast forward or rewind the videos that are created as shorts. You just have to let them play over and over again until you catch what you missed. As a software engineer, I could use my coding skills to create a similar app with those additional controls. To create high-quality, large-scale software applications, software engineers use special strategies. These strategies are called software development lifecycle models, and their purpose is to help with the planning and building of the software. Generally, most lifecycle models consist of some variation of these 5 main phases. Phase 1 is requirements, Phase 2 is design, Phase 3 is implementation, Phase 4 is testing, and Phase 5 is post-delivery maintenance. Let's take a look at each of the lifecycle phases in more detail and work through a simple example application together. The first phase that you must consider when creating a new software project is the requirements phase. During this phase, you identify exactly what it is that you have to create. The idea is to find all of the features and capabilities that the software will require, along with what constraints you have to take into consideration, such as memory, speed, cost, and timeline. For the sake of clarity and understanding, we'll use a simple example app to illustrate this phase. I'll use an app that I created 3 years ago for Udacity's Android Developer Nano degree. This app is a movie recommendation app that pulls data from the Movie Database API. This project will have 3 primary requirements. 1. Upon launch, present the user with a grid arrangement of movie posters. 2. Allow your users to change the sort order via a setting. 3. Allow the user to tap on a movie poster and transition to a details screen with additional information. The second phase that you must consider is the design phase. Once you have your list of clearly defined requirements, you can start to work on how the software will actually function under the hood. This is when you typically create your various design diagrams. These diagrams act as blueprints for how to build the software. There are many different types of design diagrams that we use to aid in the design process. However, in an attempt to keep this video brief, I will only cover 2 for our example application. The first diagram is what is known as a user flow diagram. Its purpose is to give an overview of how the user can interact and navigate throughout the application. The second diagram is what is called a sequence diagram, and its purpose is to describe how data travels between major components related to a specific feature. The third phase that you must consider is the implementation phase. Now that you know exactly what you want your application to do, and you've identified how it should work, you can use those documents as a blueprint to start writing the code and actually creating the application. Let's get started. fourth phase that you must consider is the testing phase. Although this phase is listed after implementation, implementation and testing should be done simultaneously. While you're creating your application, you want to run as many tests as you can think of to make sure that the application is stable and that it won't break or crash unexpectedly under different conditions. The final phase for creating production software is post-delivery maintenance. Now that the product has been built, tested, and delivered to the user, it's time to start getting feedback and performance analytics to begin working on improvements. This step ensures that the software is consistently getting security and bug patches as well as updates with new features to keep the users happy. I hope that this video gives you a better understanding of what software is and how it's made. Please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Also, let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see on this channel in the comment section below. That's it for this one. Peace.